What's up, guys? Dimebot here, and today's video is going to be a little different. This is my thoughts on 3 weeks with New World. So, the game came out about 3 weeks ago, and I have been playing pretty constantly. As you can see, I'm up to level 42. And I just kind of want to talk about how I feel about the game, my opinions on it. For those that might be on the fence, thinking about getting it, but not sure if they want to commit to an MMO. So, let's start with the couple of obvious things. This is a very pretty game, and it runs pretty well. I am in a town, and I'm just about maintaining 60 at 4K, so not really an issue there. The game world is also humongous. It can take quite a while to get around, but we'll address that in a couple moments. So, let's talk about exactly what this game is. So this is a sandbox MMO. It is not a theme park MMO like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, or Guild Wars 2. This game has a lot of survival elements in it, and it's just going to throw you into the world and kind of let you do what you want, like chop down this tree, and then go back to town and craft some stuff. And crafting is a huge part of this game. You'll see right here, there's an absolute ton of different trade skills. So I've even started jewel crafting. You're going to want to be constantly gathering resources because you're going to want to make the best stuff yourself. That's literally the best way to get it. And there will be crafting stations dotted all over every town you go to. So this is the weapon crafting station, and I can make myself a spear. It's a wood spear, so it's pretty crap, but I can make it. And much like Skyrim, you're going to gain experience for all of that stuff. There's the stone cutting table here. I can cut myself a gem if I want to. My gem cutting's pretty low, though, or stone cutting, so didn't really get much out of it. So yes, be fully prepared to craft and gather a lot. The other thing that you need to know about this game, at least from my perspective, is the story is pretty meh. I'm level 42. I have no idea what the story is. It's just that forgettable to me. What is nice, though, is the company system. So you'll see here that I am in a company, short attention spans. This is the equivalent of a guild, and we own this town, and we are upgrading all the various crafting ventures. We just participated in an invasion. Company's primary objectives is to fight over territory because you get significant bonuses from owning a town. You get tax income, you get crafting income, there's a service fee for using the stations. And you'll see that this area over here has an upcoming war, and these are 50 on 50 PvP conflicts that can flip control of a territory from one faction to the other. In this case, it looks like somebody's trying to take it away from the yellow faction. And then we have the purple guys down here just stuck in their one little hole. And the green, the Marauders, we control the majority of the map because we have a giant coalition going on. So PvP is a massive focus. There's multiple PvP avenues. One of them's broken right now. The devs are working on it. But if you like PvP, this game is for you. If you like PvE, there's plenty to do. There's quests all over the place. Just be aware, though, that a lot of these quests are pretty grindy. Go here, search this many boxes. Go here, kill this many dudes. So, you're not going to get a massive amount of quest variety. Fortunately, though, the combat is fun. And let's get out of town and do that. And one of the things I like is the game doesn't have classes. You can actually master any weapon you want to. I have gone for Great Axe and Hatchet, because I like to DPS, and that's a good DPS combo. But if you want to play musket and spear, musket and hammer, or sword and board, you can absolutely do that. And each weapon has 2 skill trees that you can go down and fill out with various abilities. And you're going to have 3 active abilities on each weapon, bound to Q, R, and F, so they're easy to get to. Now, this does provide you slightly less combat options than a traditional MMO, but on the flip side, it is skill-based combat. You actually have to land your attacks. It's like I just missed that one. And you're not going to have 9,000 hotbars overflowing on your screen, which I vastly prefer. So yeah, the combat it's engaging. It's really fun in expeditions, which are this game's name for dungeons. Some of those encounters are fairly challenging. I'm destroying these guys because I'm good many levels ahead of them. And you can really have some fun with a good group of people. So that's been a lot of positives. Let's talk about a few negatives here. One, the game doesn't give you your first dungeon until level 25, which is pretty long compared to most other MMOs. And when you go in, that dungeon can be a little tricky if you're not ready. Another complaint that I have. So you can recall to an inn or use a currency called Azoth to travel. Now, the problem is Azoth caps out at 1,000, and it's pretty easy to run through that because not only do you use it to fast travel, you use it to craft, to enchant things. So it's not ideal. And the cooldown timer on recalling to an inn is an hour. In a world this big, I really feel like that should be cut in half. Give us a half-hour respawn timer to recall to our inn or your house if you happen to own one. It's just, even with auto run, running around in this game world can get a little excessive sometimes. So there is really good variety in the various areas. I'm going to teleport up to the Great Cleave so you guys can kind of see the difference. There's marshy areas, there's beaches, there's forests, and then there's the Great Cleave. And there's also a kind of Japanese-themed area called Ebonscale. But as you can see, this is much, much, much different than what I was just running around in. One other complaint I would have, and if you're familiar with RPGs, then you'll understand where I'm coming from with this one. If you're running in a group, you cannot share your quests. So I was doing quests, as I often do with the main healer in my group, and I would have to manually pin my objectives on the map so that she could see where you're going because she can't see my quests, which is a really odd oversight. This wolf is probably going to kick my ass because it's level 48. But again, combat being skill-based, you have to make sure you block and aim. Yep, got him. And it's real easy to lose if you are not actually paying attention, approaching combat in a smart way. One other concern that I do have is, even though PvP is a massive part of this game, it's only 50v50, which with guilds numbering in up to 100 people, that can actually have the potential to exclude people from PvP, because I know, for example, our War Master is going to pick the highest level best players, so no matter how much I might want to be in the war, he's not going to pick me right now. And that's a problem. There's also the 20v20 outpost rush, which is the one I mentioned that's currently broken, and same thing's going to happen there, more than likely. So while it is very PvP heavy, there is this real chance that in a big company you might not be able to get in. Overall, though, my impressions of this game have been very positive. It's great with a group. It really needs mounts. There's way too much running sometimes through endless forest, but the flip side of that is there's real incentive to go explore. Some of the best resource gathering nodes and coolest things I've seen have been out in the wilderness. Also, there's a dog named Barkimedes that gives you quests for one of the dungeons, and that is just insanely cool. I love little things like that. But yeah, in summary, game is fun, the grind is real, and it does have some flaws that you need to be aware of. But overall, I think it is well worth it for the asking price, which it is not a full price game. So if you're looking for a new MMO, definitely give this one a look. It's got a few unique things to offer, especially if you're into PvP, and I've been having quite a lot of fun with it. If you've been playing New World, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you have any more questions or want to see specific videos about New World, also let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe, and if you're here to the very end, watch time is key on YouTube, so thank you. My name is Dimebot, and I will see you guys next time.